throat like this. Here, right? And there's a tongue bone to support the muscle. Hi everyone! Today I'd like to talk about tongue bone, not the muscle. I always talk about the facial muscles, but today is gonna be tongue bone and how tongue bones is related to facial symmetry and mewing and all that. First of all, what is tongue bone? It is inside the skull, so you don't see it. I actually, in this puzzle that I made, I don't think it was existing in there. I don't think I had the piece. I don't think so. And I say tongue bone, but the regular official word is hyoid bone, which I didn't know because in Japan, they just call it tongue bone. Zekkotsu means tongue bone. So let's just say tongue bone for hyoid for now. Let me read the internet. The purpose of the hyoid bone, which is tongue bone, is a part of a functional system providing attachment for the muscles of the tongue. So and the larynx and the mandible, the lower jaw, and other structures in the mouth and throat. So my understanding is that this is a muscle, right? And it's coming from the throat like this. Here, right? And there's a tongue bone to support the muscle. The tongue bone is it's not attached to other bones. Surprisingly, it's in the air, but it supported the tongue muscle. So when the tongue bone is crooked, your tongue is gonna crook too, because tongue is supported from tongue bone. So in Japan, I learned how to use this activator to fix my asymmetry thing with this, but you don't have this probably, right? So not many people have this, and you need to be trained to do this properly, safely. So I like to introduce 3 exercises and tips to kind of adjust the bone, the tongue bone today to improve facial symmetry. Number 1. The way to adjust the tongue bone is adjusting the neck. Because it's in this skull, so you cannot touch it. No one can touch it unless you die and then someone do that. It's impossible because we are alive, right? So instead, we're gonna try to adjust the neck because it's kind of connected to the tongue bone. Is connected to the neck, the vertebra. Yeah. The most important thing for adjusting the neck, not uncrooked, good S-shaped neck, is body posture, I think. Super important. And I would like to show you guys something. So when the body is like this, head is on your butt and spine and kind of straight, good posture. And then, but you still have this bone, skull. So you receive 10 pounds, which is like 5 kilogram of the spine and neck is receiving 5 kilo or 10 pounds of weight. But this is a correct version. But if you do a little bit like this 15 degree, this is 0 degree, and then 15 degree, you get 25 pounds. So that's gonna be 13 kilo or something like that, 13 kilogram. The neck and shoulder is receiving a lot of weight, which is bad because overarching muscle and trapezius, the shoulder overarching muscle, you don't want to have any more tension because the more tension you get, it's gonna get crooked. Now let's move on to 30 degree, and you get a 40 pounds. So it's like a 20 kilo of weight is on this shoulder. Then 45 is 50 degree, 45 degrees is 50 pounds, so it's like a 25 kilo. And then last one, like a 60, you're doing phone or something that read it so much, and then you get the 60 pound, 30 kilogram of weight is on your shoulder and neck. You don't have to know all the numbers, but the point is the more you down it, the heavier you get here, the more tension, and that causes asymmetry neck. That leads to asymmetrical position of the tongue bone, and that causes asymmetrical face. So tip number 1 is a posture, but you guys know all the you guys know the importance of posture, but I just want to remind you guys this: the more you weight it, the heavier you get here, the worse. So yeah. Tongue bone adjustment, tip number 2, stretch and massage. I'm not really massage expert, so I'm not gonna go deep in there, but I like stretching. I do just like this, like stretch like few seconds and then come back. I try to do this or do this and do this every time I'm stopping at the red light, or I go to restroom, or I'm waiting for someone, or whenever I have some small time to spare, I try to do it because I tend to do this. That's why I did this 10 degree, that's a message to myself. It's a reminder. But anyway, I have bad posture. So I have lots of pain, not pain, but tightness. So it's good to stretch. The more you stretch, the better, to some extent. Bone adjustment, tip number 3. This is an interesting one. This is one I learned with this, by using this, but you probably don't have this, so you're gonna use finger instead. And I'd love to know what you think. So neck has lots of bones, cervical bones, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so you're gonna just hold it like this here, this side and right side and left side. You need to use 2 fingers, 2 hands, yeah, because we're gonna check the asymmetry. So touch, I should do like this. You guys can see, right? Yeah. So you wanna press right side first, for example, and then you're gonna press this side, left side. So press this one, and then drop your jaw, and then let's do the other side. Press this one in. Is there any, you feel difference, like easier to drop your jaw, easier to open your mouth when you press this side or when you press this side? If you feel something like that, for example, my case, kind of same, but let me try this one. Or this one, pressing it in. It's kind of same, but maybe when I do this one, when I press this side, it's a little bit easier to drop my jaw, open my mouth. That means that you want to put the cervical bone out slightly. So, and then that's what you want to do when you have time. As like a massage, you want to in. So let me explain again. So put the fingers like this, then right side, I'm pressing right side in, not in, out to forward, and then dropping my jaw, and the other side, this one is coming out, then So I feel when I press this side out, it's a little bit easier to drop my jaw. That means you want to press the bone out. So when you have time, you want to do like out. You want to adjust that. And then you go back to the next bone. Sorry, I'm wearing the inappropriate clothes today because you guys know that persimmon. I'm doing something persimmon today. It's not pumpkin, it's a persimmon. Yeah, that's why. And a little bit lower. So first one was this, and a little bit lower. And the same thing. Right side press in, drop my jaw. And left side press in and drop my jaw. This one, for here, when I press this side, it was easier. And you do lower. Three areas. Press in, and then drop my jaw. When press in, then drop my jaw. It's hard to tell, yeah. But anyway, try this, and if you feel big difference when I press this side out, and you feel much easier to drop your jaw. If you feel big difference on the right side and left side, you wanna press the bone out, neck bone out, on the side that you feel easier to open your mouth. Make sense? So you wanna, you right side and left side. So let's say this is a bone in the right side and left side, and then right side and left side. Check it. Then you wanna press the bone, neck bone out more when you have time, like out, 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 out. Could be like this, out, 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 out. On the side that you feel easier to open your mouth. Sorry, it's a little bit hard to explain without the thing. I wish I had it was in my office. I didn't bring it, sorry. But I'm going to Japan tomorrow, so I cannot go back to office to get it. And this small one didn't have the neck. That's why I couldn't use a neck. But anyway, you get the idea. I hope. And then please try and let me know if it works or not. Especially if you feel difference, you wanna try to balance it by pressing out more on the side you feel easier to drop your jaw. So today we did tongue bone adjustment. 3 things we did. This neck, the posture thing, like 10 degree, 15, 40, 60. Yep. The more, the worse. The more down, the worse. And the other one was stretching whenever you have time, when you're waiting for something or something. And the last one was the adjustment part, this complicated stuff. But I hope you understand. Sorry. Maybe I try to, if you like this kind of thing, I will try to more practice, and I will try to make things more easier for you to understand next time. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.